Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Hey, check 26.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Here we go. 58. Hey. I'm coming.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Check 26.
Now Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Hey, check 26.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On play action, Winston. On the crossing route, complete. It's Thomas. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First down, Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play. And
he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Cameron Meredith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they'll start on the ground with Hines. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense They couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now he'll let it go deep right. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain of 39 that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Hey, let's get a conversion. Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert. Hey, stop.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And his pass incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
And they've stopped them on the first 2 downs. Obviously, this is an important play coming up here. I think it's more so for the guys on defense because if they stop them here, I think they've set the tone for the entire game, how difficult it's going to be to score on them.
Let's convert.
3rd and goal, Winston. This will be caught at about the 6. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Ready. Blue ready. Follow.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Here we go with Johnson. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Clinton Dix there for the stop. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer 3rd, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
Here we go. 58. Get 300.
This is Hines. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Rodgers now on first down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Brockers. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And the pressure gets to him again. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the right hash. This from 48. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Carlson able to put this one through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Willis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Give him 30 yards there.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints add on to their lead. Now here's Winston as his guys will line up and go for the 2-point conversion. Again, it's Winston. And he's got it. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Rodgers now to throw on second down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he'll be out right at the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Rodgers now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And a nice gain at 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26.
On first down, Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow is still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Johnson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And while that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do, running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently. That doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go now. Ready?
Play fake. Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They run with Hines. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From his end zone, it's Rodgers on 3rd and long. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing now is Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing on 3rd and long. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones.
Looking for Thomas, he's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now he's flushed out left. Now he'll square up and throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And now it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, 626.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Alert, alert. 3 down.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now Rodgers. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol.
Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Zoom. Hey, 626.
Rodgers again now. And it's incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
626. Zoom.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Packers. In for the score. And the Packers get a score closer. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Hey, let's get a conversion. Four down. 17. Ready.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. James has got it. Complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Winston now from the 50. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Packers get set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On the return, it's Tate. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. On 1st and 10, Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he had been able to haul that one in.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Jameis to throw it. Looking long for Thomas. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. On 2nd down, Johnson. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith from 10 yards out. And the Saints add on to their lead. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Rodgers now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. He can run for it, and he will. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The leg work there, getting him the 1st. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. On play action, it's Rodgers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not